Hello. Hi, hey Sue.
How are you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. I got my fiddle back from Heinel today, so I'm quite pleased because they actually had to adjust my sound post. It was a little tiny bit out of place.
Oh, how does that happen?
Well, I think it happened because the reason I brought it in to get looked at was because I dropped it a little tiny bit, like it was about this far off the floor and it went bump.
You said that, yeah.
So, and he said that he was looking at it and he looked at it in the inside. Hi there, Jocelyn. Looking on the inside with the camera, there was no damage there or anything, but then he was just looking at the sound post and he said it looks straight up and down from the side, but then when he went to use his caliper tool to test to see how far it is into the fiddle this way, right? He put it in and it looked like it was actually on the outside of the bridge on the top.
Yeah.
So it must have went like that when I dropped it. So he put it back. Now I didn't really notice. But then when he put it back in place, he was like, play a little bit for me. And so I played something that used all four strings. And then he nudged it a little bit, and I played again, and I noticed a big difference.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like your strings. Like the people don't notice the gradual degradation of the strings until they get new ones, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a lot like that, but it is sounding great and feeling great. And I got new hair too. There's nothing better than new strings and new hair at the same time.
Are you in your new place?
Sorry? No, not yet. Close. We're picking paint now. And the guy is very good. His name is George. And he's an excellent painter, and I know that because not only is the bit of work that he's done so far excellent, but whenever I see him, he hasn't got a drop on him, like nothing anywhere, like, you know. And if it was me, I'd be coated in it because I waste a lot of paint and I don't know what I'm doing. But he obviously knows what he's doing. Two and the brand new strings sometimes take a while. Oh, that's nice. And it's funny when I gave it to me, and the missus said, you know, just a second, Rick wants to have a word with you about your sound post. And I was just playing it a little bit, and this guy that happened to be coming out of the trying out room was like, he says, "You're hired," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I thought he was joking, but he runs a festival in Niagara, Music Niagara. And they're a fairly big festival, and he wants me and my band for next year. He got my info. I took his info. He's a very nice guy. He's a violinist. I looked him up. He's like very busy violinist from the Niagara region, and he has a festival. So there you go. You get a gig just by warming up in the front of the place. And my sound post wasn't even in yet. Alrighty. Oh, I just lost a dance. It's the tight timing. It happens. You try to do everything, you can't do everything. Anyway, so how are you guys doing? How's everybody? All right? That's good. Calida, how's school? It's the last push. Is it going okay?
Yeah, it's crazy. Actually, this week we have a concert, at my school. So I'm actually testing out this, pickup that I'm going to use for, one of the songs. So I'm like trying it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like so crazy, and I'm excited, and like the weather has just made everything like so much harder.
Yeah.
Almost because I'm inside.
Yeah.
And like we just all want to be outside, and you know, teenagers like freaking out. So yeah.
Did you hear this talk about bringing grade 13 back for the people that kind of missed a year of high school because of the pandemic? What do you think of that idea?
I would pass, but like maybe I don't know. That's actually really interesting.
It is. I found it to be interesting. It was an idea floated, and I kind of thought it's a decent idea because there was one solid year that was almost not a year of school, right?
Yeah.
It's one thing at the elementary level. It's another thing at the high school level. That's a lot to lose. So I kind of thought it might, for some kids, it might be like what they need to get into university or whatever, you know? Anyway, I was thinking of you when I heard about that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I thought tonight we could practice these couple of tunes that we just learned over the last couple of weeks there. The, what is it now? The Banish Misfortune and the Mountain Road. And I thought we could kind of like look back, and I'll take some requests and we'll practice some other tunes that we were working on in terms of speed, and maybe somebody could play for me would be very nice on this beautiful evening. Something like that. So I thought that's what we could do tonight. Also, I'm kind of double duty parenting tonight because Jerome did an engineering project for this, what is it called? Junior Hacks program, which is an engineering competition. It's a competition. And so his submission is a planter made of a piece of PVC pipe with holes cut into it, big holes, and another piece of PVC pipe above with these bottles glued and taped to it, and tubes coming out the bottles with little hot glue made stoppers that go in the tops of the bottles to create a slow release of water into the planters that are in the PVC pipe below. So there's 4 planters, and they have lettuce growing in them. And we got the lettuce starters at Home Depot, and they're doing really well. And so you just kind of, you remove the stopper, and it lets a little water out, and you put the stopper back in. And it's all made of recycled materials, and it's his idea for ending world hunger. He figured if you could have one of those or two or an array of those in a community, then it would be an easy way for people to grow food. So he's finishing up that submission. So I just have to probably check on them halfway through and make sure everything's going good and it hasn't turned into video games. Anyway, other than that, let's get started. Let's do some warm-up skills stuff. On my new fiddle with the new strings. Right on. And doesn't she look great? They do such a great job of it. Bling, bling. See that? Oh, you can see your face in it. Love that. Alrighty. Is that Karen? Hi, Karen. Bye, Karen. Oh, there's Karen. Hi, Karen. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, all's good. I was just having a bite to eat. I'm ready now.
We had a bite to eat earlier. I made curry for everybody with this curry paste that we got at next to Sylvia's Irish Dancing in the East End, of course, is a Pakistani grocery store. And so we always go there, and we picked up the red curry paste from there. And because we usually get the stuff, at Loblaws, and I made red curry tonight, and it was really good, but it was really spicy.
Oh.
So the kids kind of ate it. They finished off with peanut butter sandwiches. It's more for me and Jen. Anyway, so we'll get warmed up here. I might be tuning a lot too. Oh, that's nice. Okay, this will work. Okay, so we'll do our G major. And maybe after that we'll do D major. And then we'll work on Banish. Alright, here we go. Nice and easy. Give yourself time to tune. Ready, and... we'll do some double stops in that key. Let's try that. And let's try this pattern. Like that. For one go for each set of double stops. All right? Down, up, up. And we'll talk about that pickup in a minute there, Calida. I have experience with that type of pickup, the band it's called. So there's a few things you might want to know about. Anyway, let's try these double stops. Ready, go. I felt like I was going a little fast for everybody there with that go around, and I realized there's a challenge with doing that particular exercise with these double stops. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did the down bow and I did the up bow and I stopped, and then to get started again clean on both strings is a challenge. So I had to kind of give a little weight to start off that second up bow. Okay, and you might find the same. Let's do it again. A little bit slower this time. All right. Ready, go. How's everybody feeling about that? Is it good? Okay, excellent. So let's do some D major now to get ready for Banish. So first of all, we'll just play the scale. Start at the D, go up to A, go down to A. Do a little bit of a clean off here of the new rosin residue. It's noisy. That's better. Okay, so here we go with a nice scale. There you go, Karen. Yep, you got the nice cloth. See, I got the pants. I used the pants. Learned it from Jerry Holland. Okay, here we go. Ready, D. How's everybody feeling? Pretty good? Good. Let's go a bit quicker, shall we? So kind of like this. Let's see if it stays in. Ready, 2, 3, go. go. Ready, go. How did everybody do? I'm giving myself 92. I would give myself a 92. How's everybody else doing? Not so bad? Let's do it again. Exactly the same thing, except it'll be so much better this time. A 1, 2, 3, go. I did much better that time. I would give myself like a 96 that time. Now, how's everybody else feeling? Is it coming down pretty well okay? Anybody have any problems they want to tell me about or complain about? I'm here to take it. I'll take it. I have 2 kids. I'm used to complaints. No? Okay, that's great. Let's do some double stops in D, and then we'll be fully warmed up. Okay, let's give this a try. And let's do, let's see, what bowing pattern should we do with this one? Maybe this here. Like that. Okay, we'll do that. Now I just realized I didn't press record on the Zoom, but I'm recording on QuickTime, so now I'm going to record on Zoom.
Recording in progress.
That's my backup, in case QuickTime gets corrupted, which it sometimes does. Okay, so we're going to do the chicken like that. We'll do 2 for each set of double stops because it's that type of rhythm, okay? So down, up, down, up, down, up, and then on to the next one. In the key of D, double stop pattern. 1, 2, 3, and... That sounds nice in the key of D. How's everybody feeling about those double stops? Did it come out okay? Not bad? Let's do it again for the practice. I can't remember whether we do an octave or a fifth at the top. Here's the fifth. It's beautiful. Here's an octave. Either one is good to do. The fifth is a difficult one, and it's good to get used to. Because with the third finger, the fifth is challenging. I have to kind of flatten my finger out and be at an angle to get it in tune. You can see my finger is pretty flattened out there. See that? The heel of it is against there to get that in tune. So you might want to give that a try. Very good practice. Let's do one more go. Excuse me. Ready, 2, 3, and... doing this bow. Rick rehared it, which is usually, it's not my favorite, but this time he had got it good. So I made sure I told him that he got it the right way this time. So hopefully he does it that way every time. Okay, everybody feeling good? They're warmed up? Everybody warmed up in the key of D? Right on. So let's try now the Banish, not too fast. We're going to try to get through it 2 times without having to stop or anything like that. Okay? And then we're going to talk about Callada's pickup after that. Are you plugged in right now into an amplifier there, Callada? You are. Perfect. So we're going to play this tune a couple of times, and then we're going to find out how you're feeling and how you think it sounds. And I can tell you a few tricks to use in those things, because it's a bit of a trick to it. The nice thing about the band, though, is that it's not a permanent change to your fiddle like the pickup that I got on Dad's fiddle there. So it's kind of nice. You can just slap it on any fiddle. Okay, Banished Misfortune, not too fast. Kind of like this. 1, 2, 3, and... Alrighty. How's everybody feeling about Banish Misfortune? Are there any problems sticking out that you need to work on before we tried to go fast? Because that was not fast. That was a medium. It was probably, I would say, I'm going to make a guess and say it was 80. Yep, 80. So I wouldn't mind doing it up at 90. Does anybody think there's anything in the way of going 90? No? Let's do it. Okay, put metronome up there just in case. Okay, you're going to feel a change here at 90. The difference between 80 and 90 is definitely feelable. Kind of like that, okay? So that's what it's going to feel like. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. Don't give up. I'll give you a good count in. Feel that tempo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hey, that looked cheerful. Anybody having any problems there?
It's hard to go fast.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
What happens, Karen? To describe your experience when you say hard, what do you mean? What's the first thing that goes wrong?
I'm falling behind. I can't play the notes fast enough. And I think I know the tune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the bowing or my fingers. They're not going fast enough. And
yeah.
Yeah.
It's an old story. I've heard it before. Now, I can only kind of troubleshoot. And most of the time when people describe that, it's usually the right arm that can't keep up more than the left hand. So when the left hand can't keep up, it's usually because you not positively sure of the next bit of tune, and so you make a little misstep and you get off. You know what I mean? But if that's not the case, if your left hand is good and you got the tune and it's there, most of the time it's the right arm. And it's just this thing where you're putting too much energy into it. And so, yeah. Oh, absolutely. So, like if you're using a lot of arm, for instance. So, if you watch me playing, I'm going to play this jig pretty fast. And I want you to notice my right arm. Okay, so that's pretty quick and easy. See that? Not a lot of movement. I'm barely moving. That's why I became a fiddle player. It's a really easy way to make a living, But watch this now. Watch this. Do you hear that? You hear how my arm is struggling? Okay. Yes.
That's it. So now I gotta watch for that.
So it's this here. And it's probably just because the thing is that once you get the hang of that, it's like people go back and forth with this all the time. Is it the fact that your hand is moving as a result of your arm? Or is it that your hand is doing the moving, right? And it's, for me anyway, it's a combination of both. So first of all, it's my hand doing a lot of the moving. But then when an arm gets involved, that adds to the momentum. See that? So it's kind of like my arm does all the quarter notes, dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee, die-dee-dee-dee, die-dee-dee-dee, and it creates a little bit of the momentum I need to do this jiggle. Do you remember the jiggle? Did I make you guys do the jiggle? I have to. Really? Oh my God, we'll have to do that. So I did it with the beginners, and it's something that the Strings Across the Sky people do with the kids, and it's really good. It's where they... So you're playing Amazing Grace. See what I'm doing with my hand there? Just jiggling it, just like flopping it, letting it flop naturally, and to a point where you can kind of make little notes as it goes by. And it's really good exercise. I do it with beginners, but obviously I should do it with you guys too. So to just get that hand doing more of the bowing and get the arm less in the game. So again, I'll just show you that jig again. Watch my right arm. See that? Just a nice light little motion. So my advice is loosen up that wrist. Let it move. And also just relax. Relax the bow arm. Try to work less. And see if it works for you. You'd be surprised. It just might. Okay? Now you had your hand up there, Sue.
Are you doing any of those as you remember like in that Dr. McNeil's, they were all rolls, right?
I am doing some rolls in there, yes.
Yeah, so that, I was just noticing that tonight, is that maybe some of those are rolls instead of an uppy downy kind of
Absolutely, and I'll show you exactly where I'm doing them here. I'll just share my screen with you. So, that's me again. More of me. I'll cover me up. Okay, so I'm doing a roll here and a roll here. So an F roll and a G roll. See that? And this is the classic example of where it's almost a roll. If there was an upper note here, that would be a roll. See that? So that's screaming out for a roll. So this one, and this one. Oh no, not that one. Wait, let me see. Hold on. No, just those two. And then in the second part, here I roll. See that? Nice little roll there. So not on the first C, but on the CBC. I replaced that whole section with a roll. So the DCD section and the CBC section I replaced with rolls. Okay? And then in the last part, I would do one here probably. Let me just see. I do a long F roll here to replace this FF combo. And then I got to do a roll on this C because it's a standalone dotted quarter note. See that? Screaming out for a long roll. Okay, so that's where I do the rolls in this tune. And there are quite a few of them if you want to do it that way. But it can help, you're right. It can. I do find that rolls help with this idea of trying to keep up, when you do the rolls, it helps a little bit. It takes up a little time for you, and it's good for your rhythm. It's a little less effort. My dad used to say about Irish fiddlers, whenever whenever we do this, they do this. And it seems like less work to me. Okay, shall we try? Who else? Jocelyn, how did you get along there? Going fast.
Getting there.
Getting there?
Yeah, getting there. It's crazy. If I had maybe more of a muscle memory, I would have absolutely caught up. I would have been with you at the 90.
Yeah.
Maybe 2, I'm still putting in more effort, but I find this week I was playing a lot faster. Don't really know why, but when I put more pressure on my bow, it sounds really weird. It sounded really great, and I don't know, I had a lot more control rather than hearing that coughing. I think I was mentioning that last time, and incomplete notes and unclear notes. So I don't know, I found a little bit more of a balance this week, and I'm really, really happy with that. And with that, I don't know, my speed is going up, and I don't quite get it, but whatever.
I do get it. I understand completely. So, that's the other thing about, like I was going to say to Karen, it might not even be that you're using too much arm. It could just be that you have to just relax and lighten up on your bow. Gentle up on the bow. That's what my dad's teacher used to say. Gentle up on the bow. And because it takes the effort out. It takes all that kind of hard work out. You just try to just relax. So I think that's excellent. I think you are making progress, and it's a sure sign when, as a result of lightening up on the bow, you're finding yourself able to go faster and be a bit more nimble. That's a sure sign that you're on the road to being able to do that. So that's really good. Now, but I will say, if you're having trouble at the 90, with the progress you describe, I would suggest continually hopping back into that skipping rope. So if you get off of us at 90, wait for the next phrase, hop in, okay? Because you will lose us less if you keep trying, all right? What you're describing seems like you're right at the precipice there of it all kind of happening, tumbling down, which is what we want. So you just keep jumping back in that skipping rope, okay?
Okay.
Good
report.
report.
I feel that.
Oh, good, okay. Now, how about Calida? How are you doing there, Calida?
It was good. The 90 was pretty doable.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to add the rolls this time. I might have to go a bit slower to add them, but
Okay. Yeah. Now, what about your pickup? So you're plugged into a guitar amp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And do you have to turn it up a lot, or are you getting a good signal off of that thing? Because the last one that I used, the band pickup, I had to put through a preamp to get a strong enough signal out of it. Are you using a preamp?
I don't think so. But I think it's sounding good. I mean,
That's good.
I can't too good, but yeah, it's not turned up that much.
Okay, that's good. Because it just depends on the one you get. I mean, the one I tried was years ago. But when I use my dad's fiddle, it has the pickup built into it here. See that?
Yeah.
When I do that, I use a little thing called a preamp, and it's just this little box that takes 2 9-volt batteries, and it has 3 sliders on it: bass, treble, and medium and mid. Right? And so you plug into that thing, and then out from that thing into your amplifier, and you have first of all, you have a stronger signal. So when you turn it up a bit, it really comes up and you have more control. But also you can control the sound, because Dad's pickup, the bass part is very loud, way too loud, right? It overpowers. So I pull that down on my preamp. See what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Those are the dangers of using those things, just trying to get the signal out of it. Okay. Also, I've heard that if you're having trouble getting signal out of it, make sure it's tight to the fiddle, all the way around the fiddle, nice and tight.
Yeah. Okay. I might have to tighten it a bit more, but yeah.
Yeah, and I've heard that that's the fiddly part, trying to get the right spot on your fiddle where you can get it to tighten, because it is round, right? Kind of hard. Okay, let's try it again. 90. We're going to do it 3 times this time. Just keep jumping in the skipping rope, everybody. Get my metronome back up here. Okay, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, how did everybody do there? I think we got up to like 95.
That was a little better for me.
Oh, good. So you just gentle up on it?
But, you know, paid attention to not too much, you know, arm.
Yeah.
And just really small strokes. So I think that's better.
That's great. And anybody that's having a similar experience, if you want to try to get the most out of your short, what you call short strokes, you can do this little kind of exercise. I don't know if I've showed you guys that before, but they call it little circles in front of your nose. It's another strings across the sky trick, and it's really good. And it's what I do to get people that normally play violin to switch to playing fiddle, because fiddle players make momentary notes. See that? Not. See that? Classical violinists tend to put a length on every note, like full length type of thing, whereas we hit notes like a drum. See that? And this exercise I've found very useful for getting those people to kind of change gears and start getting the most out of a little bow. And what you want is a nice clear note, not a squawk. That's going to be, because you see, with so many people that are at the learning level, what I call the learning level, it might take that much bow to get the note started. And so if it does, then that means half of your music is kind of that sound instead of a note. So the little circles is a great way to get that momentary thing happening. All right? Now, what's a jig that we know really, really well? Like really well. The easiest jig that we can play together. Would it be the swallowtail? Perhaps. It would. It would. Okay. So here's what I suggest. I think we should play the swallowtail jig 2 times and then banish misfortune 2 times at that speed. See if they go good together. It'll give us lots of practice at the jig rhythm, this floppy hand thing that I'm talking about. And you might notice when I'm playing jigs, my arm moves twice per measure. Deedle-dee, 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 deedle-dee. See that? To give the emphasis, because you want to emphasize yumpity, 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 yumpity. The downity, that's what I call it, downity, uppity. The downity is not too hard, because you got gravity going for you. The uppity, you got to chuck that bow up, like that. See that? So let's give it a go. Swallowtail 2 times, banish misfortune 2 times, and we'll see who's still alive at the end of it. Okay. I'm going to turn off my metronome and I'm going to wing it. Okay. A 1, 2, 3. It's a nice set. E minor to D is lovely. How did everybody do after that long stint of jigging? Not too bad? That's great. We'll keep working on it. It could come up in tempo a little bit, but just keep working on it around there. Not too much faster than that, because that's how you get fast, is to practice it a little bit slowly. I heard my wife doing it today, because on Mother's Day, we were hiking, and she got a frantic call from the guy at the Toronto Symphony. Mark Tetro, the tuba player for the Toronto Symphony, put his back out and can't do the John Williams show that they're doing on the weekend, which is awesome show. This is the music from Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones, E.T. is in there, all the big ones, and it's beautiful music. But for a tuba player, seriously hard program. Like, John Williams is one of the toughest composers for tuba, because it's so awesome and he makes such big use of it. So we were upstairs trying to do Jerome's project, and she's practicing the Emperor's March from Star Wars slowly, and it sounds kind of funny slowly, you know? Dum da dum dum da da dum da dum dum da da da. Anyway, but eventually it got up there, and there it was. It was pretty cool. But that's how she does it. She does slow, bump it up, bump it up, bump it up until she's there.
And is she ready now for the show?
She's ready for the rehearsal. She's ready for the rehearsal. The rehearsal was this morning. And she said she did excellent. And I gotta say, like, I heard her practicing. So she was talking, Jaws, that's the other one. And that's a really hard tuba part, because it's really way high up. It's like, it sounds like a French horn. I thought it was a French horn when she played the recording. And anyway, she came down in a big panic to practice it last night, and it sounded exactly like the recording in my basement. And I was like, it sounds great, Jen. What are you worried about? And she was like, well, yeah, but there's another 10 points on the metronome between now and then, you know? So, but then she said today she came home, she said it went great. And she didn't even try it fast last night. She didn't even try fast. Just the 10 points below what it should be. That's all she did. And then today, it was helmet on, gun up, and just go for it. Hope for the best. And it worked out, you know? But I just say that to illustrate that the slow is so important if you want to play fast. Anyway, okay, we're going to do reels next. So get out the mountain road that we learned last time. It's really easy. And we'll I don't see any reason why we can't get that nice and quick. And I'm just going to go make sure my children haven't killed each other. I'll be right back.
Which reel did he want us to work on? What tune did he want us to call up?
The Mountain Road.
Oh, Mountain Road. Okay.
Okay. He's halfway through his 500-word essay. It's pretty good. It's not that many words, really. Okie dokie. So, Mountain Road. Great tune. Must have. Everybody plays it. Why are you using a pickup? What's the What are you playing at school, and why do you have to use a pickup to do it?
Okay, so there's this like ensemble that I'm playing with for one song, and it's for Jolene by Dolly Parton. And there's like, okay, there's like electric guitar, and then an acoustic, and then a bass, and then like vocals.
Yeah.
And then, so, I'm not really doing anything special, like mostly whole notes, but, they just wanted me to like plug in just
you
so
need to.
it's a bit louder.
Yeah, especially if you have drums and bass, you absolutely have to plug in. And tell me, when are you doing it?
On Thursday.
This Thursday.
Yeah.
So have you tried that band out with the rest of the group yet?
Well, we've been practicing it like many, many times, but we haven't added the pickup yet, so.
Oh.
Well,
So you're gonna do it tomorrow, okay? If you find you need a preamp, right? If it's not getting loud enough, the reason you would need it is if you find you're with the band and you're turning it up, but it's still not loud enough. Like if you're like kind of at the top and it's still kind of barely hearing it over the band, then you can come and borrow my preamp.
okay.
Because you only live down the road, right? And your dad can pick it up. And it's a really easy way to boost it. So if you go in tomorrow and you're cranking it and it's still not loud enough, then get your dad to come and see me, okay?
Great.
No problem. I've been there. I know what it's like. Okay, shall we try our Mountain Road? Not too fast. It's in the key of D, so we don't have to change keys with our hand or anything like that. You having trouble finding it, Karen? You have that frantic look of somebody that can't find a file. I know it because I see my own reflection in the Zoom screen with the same look all the time. Okay, like you're about to see me now. Mountain Road. Okay, well, so why is it not there? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I did it on the other computer. So many reasons. There we go.
I found it.
So did I. Okay, Mountain Road. Okay, so let's go not too fast. The hardest thing about this tune is the string crossing. That's why I thought it would be a good idea. So let's go nice and slow. Give yourself a chance. It's not a hard tune, but sometimes repetitive tunes are confusing. So let's kind of go like this. Okay? And I won't speed up, I promise, because I'm enjoying the sound of my fiddle so much. I'm just going to go like kind of zen-like into it here. Okay, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, and... times. How are we feeling? Anybody having any problems with anything at all in the mountain road? You might have other life problems I don't know if I can handle. You never know. How are we feeling? Okay, yes there, Calla.
Can you explain again how you do the like roll on the like second long F?
Yes.
Like connect it? Yeah, yeah.
So, here we tie these two F's together here, and we do a roll on them. Okay? I'm going to write it out too. Hold on now. Okay. Okay. And I mark it. How do I mark it up? Annotate. I used to be able to write on this thing. So hold on now. How do I mark it? Annotate. Okay. Do a line. The content behind this will not be deleted. Okay, that's fine. No, that didn't work. Okay, I can't write it out, I guess, apparently, for some reason. But you can see it's a little clearer now. I've got it. Oh, I can. Look. Oh, that's great. Okay. Let's get the line size right. Okay. So, we're tying these together in an up bow and doing a roll on it. Okay, you see that? That's how that figure works. Same, and when we get over to here, okay, this one here is another one. Same exact move. Up, whoops. Up bow. And it's a roll. Okay, now in the second part, we roll over these three notes. Okay, that was a bad one. Make a better one. There we go. D, D, D. Every time you see a DCD, you're going to do a roll on it. And again, it's this idea that it's almost already a roll there. It's just crying out for it. And that's how many there are. And then one at the very end. Oh, whoops, that didn't come out very good. There we go. There we go. Okay. And that's all the rolls in the second part. Is that nice and clear? Okay. So now let's try it again with those annotations there. Might make it easier for people to get through. Okay, same speed. 1, 2, 3, and... a great finisher, I gotta say. Anyway, that's okay. We won't use it as a finisher. It's a really good middle tune. Middle tune in a set. Good way to get from one key to another in a simple way. It's one of those type of tunes. Anyway, how are we feeling that time around with the rolls in there and stuff? How are you getting along? Yeah, good. Yeah.
It's a little harder, the baby finger, like the D, and then doing the baby finger roll, it's a little harder.
They consider that to be the hardest one in Ireland. They have a hierarchy of rolls. The first finger one is supposed to be the easiest. The second finger one is supposed to be the second hardest. And the third finger one is the big challenge. Yeah. Now, I've never noticed a big difference between the third finger and the second finger rolls. I find they both have their own problems. But with the third finger roll, the way that I do it is that I cannot do it with all three fingers down on the fiddle. I have to lean. So I pick up my first finger and I lean in, and now I can be nice and nimble with my pinky there. Instead of kind of, see, your pinky is short, and it really doesn't like, this is a bad angle. Second here. That's better. So it really doesn't like going across and trying to touch that note, and then it hits the other string on the way. See that? It hates that. So what it likes to do is to hang down. Then you can really kind of be precision bombing. So I lean in, and that means that my pinky can hang over the string and brush it gently. The other thing that I do is I put all my weight on my second finger. I have both of them down there, and I put the weight of my hand on my second finger. You wouldn't believe how much that frees up your pinky. Like, so here it's tensed. When I tense my third finger, my fourth finger gets tensed too. And when I rest the weight of my hand on my second finger, now it feels much freer. Okay? You can try that. I lean, and I rest, and I tickle that string with that pinky. Okay? And also, it doesn't hurt to practice your grace notes. Bow first. Bow moves first. And then grace note. And you want to do it with as little force as possible with that pinky. So you're not going... You're going... And it's kind of this pulling across motion. See that? Yeah. Let's do this, guys. Since Karen brought that up, and it's such a good point, let's do the old major scale roll thing. And we'll do it in the key of D. So it'll sound like this. And we'll go nice and slow like that. Give yourself a chance to get the choreography right. And then we'll try going fast. I'll count you in. You can't, and don't bother doing anything on the open strings. Use them as your break. 1, 2, 3, and... Don't forget that C sharp on the G string there. I just about did. And it's a hard one to roll on. My God. I don't think Irish people roll on a C sharp down there very much. They can't possibly. I'd say that's more of a Scottish note. Anyway, how did everybody get along? Are you seeing that relationship now? How the first one is the easiest, the second one is the second hardest, and the third is the hardest? Everybody noticing that now when you put them side by side? Yeah. For sure. The key to getting the third finger one is practicing that grace note, doing it with the least possible force, and learning where you're going to lean your hand, because it's different for everybody. I know that as well. All right? Now, let's do it again. Same thing. Scale. I'm going to do this so you can see my hand. Oh. Yeah, like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and... go a little quicker now. My fiddle's going out of tune again. New strings. Okay, that's better. Let's do it again. Ready, go! That went pretty good for me. Gets it. It's a real dance when you start putting them together there like that. Okay, cool. Now now that we practiced those rolls, we're going to speed up Mountain Road a little bit more. I think it's going to be even easier, and we'll try her again. Let's try it like this. Somewhere around there. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, and... One more. Faster. Was that last time a bit of a stretch? A little bit? It was just a tester. Hopefully one or two of the rolls worked that time around with the fast. Okay? Okay, take a quick breather and we're going to find a reel to put with this. Now, is there any requests? Just consider this the all request hour here. What do people want to do with the Mountain Road? Anything that's your favorite reel? I'd love to know people's favorite reels. What about Jocelyn? What's your favorite reel, Jocelyn?
Still not 100% sure. Oh, still not 100% sure. Difference between reels and I know what Class May is. Still figuring stuff out.
Reels are in 4/4.
Oh, that's it?
4/4/8 notes.
Oh. Okay.
It's a good question, though. My usual answer for that is reels go... So jigs are the ones that everybody expects, like, you know, when you think of Irish music, you think diddle-dee, 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 and that's a jig, right? Dippity-da-da-da-da-dee, diddle-dee, dippity-diddle-da. So jigs go diddle-dee, diddle-dee, and reels go deedle dappa deedle dappa deedle dappa deedle dappa deedle dappa, like that. So groups of 4 rather than groups of 3. See what I mean?
Is Spookascary a reel?
It is a reel, Spoodascary, and it's a great one. We could do that. That would be a great change. And they're both singles, so that'd be good. Now, what was your suggestion, Karen?
Oh, I learned recently, I think it's a reel. Chief O'Neill's. Is it a reel, I think?
I think so. Let me just look. That's a great tune if it
And
is.
then another one that I really like, Patty Fahey's reel.
Oh,
It's all in
wicked.
the key, and it's all C, E, G, and it's kind of easy.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, that's Fidel Castro playing it. We don't need that. Let's see here. Chief O'Neill's publication. Oh, neat. So, see. Oh, that's pretty cool. Chief O'Neill's Pub and Restaurant. Well, that's in Chicago. There's a great session that happens at Chief O'Neill's Pub in Chicago. Can't remember what night of the week it's on now, but it's a well-known session. And I actually have a student that lives in Chicago that went there on the weekend and was very pleasantly pleased that he could play, he said, 2 tunes out of all the tunes that they played he could play. But he was very proud of them. It's a hornpipe. The Chief O'Neill's is a hornpipe. It's a wicked one. Is that the one you did, Karen? Yeah, wicked. Very well known as well. And what was the other one you mentioned? Patty Fahey's?
Yeah, Patty Fahey's reel.
Mm-hmm. No, he made a few. I had a book of his stuff once. And, that's Patty Fahey's Jig, which is also a good tune. Reel. Let's see here. Is that it there?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, yeah, that's number 1.
Yeah.
Patty Fahey's number 1 because he made quite a few of them. I can't. There's I'm looking at 26 here. But my friend Jim McGee gave me a book of Patty Fahey tunes, Joe Liddy tunes, and who is the other fella now? It's escaping me right now. But they were all very similar to this. They were all awesome. And I keep meaning to re-look them up. So maybe we'll do a Patty Fahey night there one night. But for now, let's practice Spoodascary and see if we can get it up with Mountain Road. But what's your favorite reel, Calida? I'm very interested to know what a teenage girl's favorite reel is in the year 2022.
That's a really good question. I do like Spoodascary.
It's fun.
And I'm trying to look back. Where's Sweet Molly?
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah. So let's do this. Let's do Sweet Molly, followed by Spoodascary, followed by Mountain Road. I think that's going to be a wicked set. Okay? Now, Sweet Molly, I'm sure we all did it, but I'm going to bring it up on my screen. On my screen.
Yeah, I don't think I have Sweet Molly.
Okay, let's see here. It might have been before your time, Jocelyn. I'm just looking at the emails here. Do you play that one, Karen? Sweet Molly. Have you ever heard of that one?
No.
This is how it goes. It's also called The Youngest Daughter. That's sweet, Molly. Great tune. And why don't we take a look at it? Karen, I'm going to share my screen so you can kind of read it as we go, nice and slowly. And it's been a long time. I was looking at I went to find it on my email, and it's from quite a while ago. Let me see where it's from here. It's from October 7th, 2021. So that's a while ago that we did this tune. So I think it'd be really good to get it back. Now, I'm going to play it slow. I want everybody to follow along this music that's on my screen. If you're able to play it, then go ahead and play it. If not, just follow the fingering as I play it nice and slow. So no fancy tricks in this tune like multiple rolls or rolls followed by grace notes or anything like that, but it's challenging in its own way. How's everybody doing? How are you getting along with that? Not too bad? Yeah, it'll come. For people that haven't played it before, it's going to be a bit of a trick, but there's lots of repetition, which is really, really great. Okay? Let's try it couple more times, just to make sure it's kind of in there. And then we'll work on Spoota Scary. I'd love to put this together as a set. I think it would be really good. So let's just do this one a couple more times. Same speed, not any faster. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and... that's a nice change. So. Oh, that's a really nice change. So it's going to be Sweet Molly first, followed by, what do you call it there? The Mountain Road, followed by Spoodascary. That's going to be the set. Okay? Now let's work on Spoodascary for a few minutes. Let me get that up on my screen here so I don't confuse anybody again. Spoodascary. Okay, we'll try this. Nice and easy, not too fast. Let's see how that goes. It's not a hard tune. It's a very accessible tune. Okay. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, and... Great, everybody's cheerily bowing along there. That's really good. Okay, so we're going to put the set together now. We're going to play all 3 tunes, and just for a little breather there, just take a little breather before we do it. But it interests me. I'm thinking of Jolene, and I've heard it lots of times. And there's a spot for a wicked fiddle solo in there. You're not doing a fiddle solo in there, Calda?
Yeah, I know there is, and, like, I want to, but, yeah, I don't know. It's, like, not really, like, my song, and, like, obviously, maybe I'll add one and, like, just do it on my own.
Yeah. It's not yours, so you're playing, you're backup to the singer. Yeah, okay, well, that's cool, but, you know, I know that the original, like, there's a spot where the fiddle kind of takes over, I think it's a verse, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. But you do have...
Yeah, like, if you have recommendations of, like keys or, like, anything, like, songs that, like, I could, like, add in or, like, something like that.
What key are you doing Jolene in? Do you know?
I don't know. I think it's, like, 3 sharps, whatever that is. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
So. Something like that. Yeah. So just think kind of stuff in A minor. Stuff like that, you know? Play little scales and little bits of arpeggios. That's pretty well all you do when you do a solo. And you'll come up with a melody on your own. But you know what would really work? Have we ever done Brenda Stubberts?
I don't think so.
Oh, man. Well, it's too late now, but that is an A minor tune that kind of fits in any song you need it to fit into. It's a very, very well used tune that people put in the middle of songs because it's just very simple. It only has a couple of chords and it basically only stays on the A minor, so it's safe. You know what I mean? But if I were you, I mean, first of all, you don't have a fiddle solo, but if they let you do one, you do little scales and arpeggios in that key, okay? But for now, concentrate on your whole notes. But it just occurred to me there, because I know the original quite well, and there's pretty cool fiddle solo in there. So one day, right? Anyway, okay, let's do it, everybody. Let's try to play these 3 tunes. So just to be clear, we're doing the what do you call it there? Oh my God, my memory is so bad. There's Mountain Road and then Spoon is Scary, but what's before that now? Oh yeah, that's right, The Youngest Daughter. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Not too fast. 2 times each. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and. And it's good as well because the first two are singles, so it's a little bit less work altogether. That set. Okay, so work on the set. Try to keep it all straight, and we'll try to work up the whole set in speed and in accuracy next time. Calida, good luck with your rehearsal with the band and and we'll see you guys next week. Okay, we'll learn some new. Oh, we're going to learn a Shogun next week. A Shogun Farewell. That's our plan for next week. Slow down the fast music. See you guys. Bye-bye.